Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ersic Hydra here, and guess what? We're here again with the Imperial Navy. Now, I know I said we're going to do a different faction, but this game from last night I had to share with you guys because it was probably the most fun I've had in a game, the most enjoyment I've had from a game thus far, and you'll see why soon enough. Now, this is taken directly from the live stream, so what we're doing is we're doing a little bit of a cast over of the actual gameplay itself, so there's not going to be actual gameplay audio because otherwise you'd also be hearing to me talking within the stream, and let's be honest, I concentrate a bit too much, and I don't do that much commentary while actually playing because I can't multitask. Now, what we've got is a bit of a different Imperial fleet this time. We have our Retribution down here in the bottom left with its micro warp jump ready to warp out and jump on some unsuspecting victim. Honestly, don't know if this is the best strategy to do, and probably isn't. It'd probably be better off sending it head first so it can actually launch a volley of torpedoes or do something constructive, help defend against fighters, and then warp jump to wherever it wants to be. I think if I were running a bunch of stealthy Dauntless, then having this unit hidden would make a bit more sense, but hey, I've stuck to the old ways and decided to keep it hidden. Now, we are also rocking 4 other ships. I believe one of these is a Lunar, and 3 of the others, well, to be truthful, I can't actually remember, but we'll find out soon enough. When we click on the little blighters, where are you, what are you? We have, okay, one of them is a Lunar, the rest definitely aren't, but basically I've gone macro and torpedo heavy, going for those rams. That is the objective here. Now, are we going to fire an early volley? It looks like at least I'm thinking about it. Okay, fire an early volley and let's see, maybe if we'll start 1 or 2 fires, see if anything happens from this. It's pretty easy to avoid with light cruisers, but it will also force him to identify himself if he uses his thrusting ability or his booster. So that may be a hidden benefit of sending an early missile volley. Sending a whole one like that with the entire... That's not such a good thing. That's 1/6 of my torpedoes gone, and I wouldn't really recommend doing that. I'd maybe fire 1 or 2 if you really want to, just to try and encourage him to reveal himself. But again, it's something that we thought we'd give a go and see what happens. So this right-hand side, these 3 points are so clustered together that it looks like this is going to be basically where the majority of fighting takes place. And Chaos are a pesky bunch. They're very, very tough to try and catch. But if you don't have particularly long range and you're something fairly slow like an Avenger, you can be chasing them all day and their range can allow them to kite pretty effectively. So heading them off and getting your fleet to actually engage them is, and sometimes can be, a little bit frustrating and tough. And it looks like already my opponent has decided to set out and start the kiting battle. So we're going to see what comes of this. We do have a few escorts scattered around as well, keeping tabs on these various points. We've got, I believe, 5 in total. Yes, we do. So those guys are going to be holding, hopefully, a few of the points in between and see if they can basically make up for what looks like it's going to be a fairly unfavourable combat engagement for me. Being slow and being macro heavy, it's going to be very, very tough to ever get him in a position where I can fire these macros. However, he is heading to the corner of the map, and that may be a good thing for me. If we fire another set of torpedoes, that's probably going to be enough for him to thrust away, but we'll see. We'll see if one of those manages to connect. Yeah, he's paying attention. He's on the ball here. He's doing pretty good. So this is looking like it's going to be a lot of cat and mouse for now, and what I'm doing is not necessarily what I would suggest to do. I am chasing him, I am giving into his gameplay here, his strategy. I am basically giving him exactly what he wants. However, a slight benefit here, being in between his 2 forces, the slight benefit being both of my broadsides can now shoot, so we may get a little bit of compensation there by both of my broadsides engaging. Now, we do have the Flagship at the ready here, which is going to charge in, see what we can do against his Flagship. Torpedoes at the ready, and let's see if he's paying attention. That looks like, oh, come on. Okay, 3 hits. 3 hits will do, but unfortunately no connection there. That was rough. God damn. Okay, let's go. So it looks like he wasn't expecting the battleship as well, which is nice. A little bit of stress for the opponent is always a good thing when you surprise them. But unfortunately didn't manage to get the ram. If we had connected that ram, and I think I should have aimed it a little bit more toward the nose of the enemy ship, that would have been half of his health gone instantly. So that would have been a very big advantage because Chaos losing some of those special abilities can really make a big difference. I'm not actually sure which ones he's rocking right now, but well, hopefully, let's try and keep the escort alive. Looks like it was about to be rammed, and we do have an enemy escort there trying to recapture some of these points. It's nice that this chap seems to be paying a lot of attention. Looks like those units up north are coming back into the fight again. It seems that he's bringing them back in after a long vacation over in the cloud. So let's see what's going on. We have one ram up here in the top, and this is nice. It seems that we've split him up enough so that we can actually start getting some effective rams. And it's unfortunate we didn't get the torpedoes involved there. We didn't manage to hit, but we do have a couple more torpedo volleys potentially on the way. Hopefully a couple of these will connect, but we'll have to wait and see. He does seem like he's paying pretty good attention here. One more ship coming in. Let's see if we can get another ram. There's the torpedo volley, and that should be followed directly by a ram. Nice. Chaos frontal armor is not particularly high. It's only still 60, so they're not that good at receiving rams head on. So that's something worth considering. So his flagship's getting a little bit low. The morale a little bit low. My ship's also suffering a little bit. Quite a few fires. The reinforcements from his fleet are here, and it's unfortunate we weren't able to do more. Now, what you notice as well is my focus fire is pretty poor. I don't even think I've set target priorities right now. I think we could have done a much better job of focusing down his flagship. But I still have a flagship of my own. We still have a couple of these stasis bombs. We can at least force him to use the thrusting ability here. And it looks like one of my ships is going to go down. Another volley of torpedoes here. Are they going to hit? Yes, that looks like a beautiful hit there. Beautiful connection. And we might be able to get a ram, or we would if our engines hadn't been destroyed. So we did a good job in getting behind me there, getting those engines taken down. Looks like the first of my ships is about to go downhill, and my flagship is just basically chasing around. We've got one ship as well over on the right hand side that's currently on vacation. It looks like it's waddling slowly towards one of the points, and his flagship is also over there, hopefully receiving a little bit of fire. So let's see what the macros are doing over here. We do have a repair function, so we did repair the generator. It seems unlikely that we're actually going to get that generator back online though, but we'll come back to that fight in a moment. Not too much happening over there. And let's see what the Tyrants and the Retribution are up to now. Tyrant and Retribution are fast enough to try and capture and catch up with some energy ships. The Retribution's going to suffer, but the micro warp jump is pretty much the opportunity I'll have once every 2 minutes to do some damage. Here comes a micro warp jump, speak of the devil. And a little bit of morale left. It looks like we might be able to break it. There we go, and we're going to get that ram straight in there. Bang, that's a beautiful connection there. Should have done that the first time, I think, when we hit the ram, and I think that flagship would have gone down a long time ago. So aiming those micro warp jumps, pretty hard to do, but so important. Now it does look like we're going to lose another ship, and this brings us down to only 2 left. This is going to be absolutely neck and neck, and things are looking a little bit stressful. We're slightly ahead on points, but we have 2 Cobras here that don't even have guns. Why do they not have a weapon? They only have torpedoes is beyond me, but he has some really low ships there. Okay, one low and one low on shield, but maybe we can take it down, but it looks like its shield is just coming back, which really sucks. Okay, right, maybe we'll do okay here. Maybe we'll do okay, because we do have a pretty meaty and substantial ship left. The flagship is quite a beast in terms of combat, so it might be able to do some respectable dakka. It's got an escort there, which looks like that's going to be giving me some free points, which I'm very much looking forward to having. And this ship over on the right hand side here, far too low to really contribute anything, especially in terms of ramming, and we do still have a stasis bomb, but morale is going down pretty fast. Fire's being started, not ideal. Taking a large amount of crits here, and it looks like he's able to micro out of the way of any torpedoes that I'm able to fire. Slightly misplaced. Yep, could have been aimed in front of him, but we do have our ship slightly out of the way now, receiving a little bit less firepower, but those chaos are coming back around again. So we do have point control at the moment. We are getting a small lead. However, he has the advantage right now of numbers, and numbers can really punish you within an objective-based system. Now, it does seem that one of my escorts over here has bitten the bullet, so we're going to get him out of there. Stood there long enough to prevent him capturing that point, and I think it's very safe to say that we gained a total of at least the 60 points worth, at least. So basically, with an escort contesting a point for 30 seconds, assuming it costs 30 points, you've already gained the value of the escort. That's how I see it anyway. Now, obviously, if the escort dies, that sucks, so that's something to keep in mind. But so far, still neck and neck, but again, once my flagship goes down, or if my flagship goes down, that's going to cause me some problems. He's starting to capture 2 points in return, so that could be a little bit dangerous. And he's doing a really good job here of microing the ship with a shield in between the two, where it's going to have a shield in a moment. So we're going to go for a ram on it and see if we can break its morale. Looks like we are going to connect. That's going to trigger a mutiny. Very nice, very nice. Hopefully he doesn't have... there you go, mutinous crew. He is able to execute and reclaim the ship. Now, we have sacrificed a little bit of hull damage for that, and it looks like we should be able to take that ship down. Yeah, enough fires were caused in order to take it down, but looking very, very risky. We're about to get our shield back, but it looks like we're not going to get any more rams for the retribution, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem over there. 2 ships left, not a lot of health on either of them. 1 ram, I think, will kill my own ship, let alone his, so we need to be very, very cautious here and see how this goes. We're quite far ahead on points, but I still feel this is anyone's game, because if I lose these 2 ships, well, that's pretty much the end of the match right there. And it does seem that we're not going to get any form of torpedoes off here. That's going to be very, very difficult to do. Another mutiny, thankfully, and we're going to get a boarding action here just to try and take him down now. Is that going to be enough? I'm not quite sure. He's got 1 ship against my 1 ship, but my flagship's going to go down, and then that's going to be 300 points for him. There's the ram. A huge amount of damage taken for him. Execution able to be done by myself just to keep this ship in. And we do have an escort decapping his point. So this is hopefully going to get the decap off, and that's going to make a big difference in terms of our point total. But you can see taking down my flagship there, because he finished it, that was enough to swing the battle for him. So we're going to try and move on up now, try and take down this ship on the right hand side. That 100 points or 130 points from it, I think, is right now more important for me to get than trying to take down this other ship, which I'm never going to be able to kill. And our 1 lone escort down here is currently wondering what to do. It's thinking about just running into a cloud and hiding for the rest of the day. Not very heroic, I know, but we're going to send him down. Now it looks like my ship is going to go down. The generator is nearly up, but it's not going to be in time by the looks of it. 1 more volley from a macro is going to take us down. And let's have a look up here. Oh, that's not good. He's so nearly dead. How much health does he have left? There's that macro volley. Oh, come on. No, so close. So close. If we kill that ship, that's going to put us just towards a victory. Now, we do have an advantage here. We're 300 points closer, but we're going to lose that point on the bottom left here. He's going to have 4. I'm going to have 1, and he does have some fairly fast light cruisers, so he might be able to make it to that point at the top. But here comes the hero, the potential hero of the day. We have a volley of missiles from the escort. We're going to see what this can do. Guys, I want to put your bets down in the comments right now. Is this going to hit or is this not going to hit? The tension is huge. It is mounting. It is rising. Is it going to hit? It looks really close. The ship is fairly fast, though. Is it going to hit? It looks like it might be heading towards the body of the ship, but he's still moving forwards. We're going to zoom in. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? It's so close. I'm biting my nails. I already know what happens, but oh my God. And it tickles its butt. It tickles its tail. And that is enough to XD all over the place. That is enough to say this is probably the most enjoyable game I have ever had. That 1 moment there was enough to make this a truly memorable one. Well played to my opponent there, who I really feel probably played a bit better, but the objectives were able to swing it for me. Fantastic game. Can't wait to do it again. Take care, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.